Johnson, Director of Media Development for Blue Book Services. I'm here today with Cliff Sieloff, who is a claims analyst at Blue Book, and he's a real expert in this field. And what we're going to talk about today is the outbreak with romaine that happened over the last few weeks. And a lot of people in the produce industry are wondering what happens to me and my customers, or if you're a customer or the shipper, when it comes to the transaction of a product that's not exactly recalled, but there's an outbreak and there's a customer advisory. So you actually covered this in a recent Blueprints article, and we've kind of highlighted that on our website. So Cliff, can you talk about, what kinds of questions you've been getting from the industry regarding this issue?
Absolutely. In the trading assistance team, there's going to be two types of calls that we're going to handle, either a call from a receiver or a call from a shipper. So basically, as between the contract that applies to both parties, there's going to be a warranty of suitable shipping condition that will apply. So if I am shipping romaine and the advisory happens, I believe here it happened November 20th, if I were to load a trailer on November 21st, being fully aware that there's a CDC advisory or warning, then I would be in breach of that warranty, because I realize that when my product's going to arrive at that contracted destination, it's not going to be merchantable. So at that point, I would be responsible for that load of romaine. Now, on the other side, if I am a receiver and I purchase romaine, let's say that the shipper loaded that trailer on the 19th, not aware of any sort of CDC advisory or warning. The fact that I receive my product after the warning or advisory, if transit took 3, 4, 5 days, I would be responsible for the value of that product or that shipper's invoice, because that shipper effectively would not have breached any sort of contract as they loaded the product before the CDC warning.
So what kind of evidence do either side of a transaction have to produce during a situation like this?
Usually there's going to be some sort of documented purchase order showing when the sale transpired and when the product was shipped. So there's going to be a PO, there's going to be a bill of lading, and that should all be crystal clear to you when the product was sold and when the product was shipped. And knowing that this warning did happen on November 20th, we know that's the date we're going to look at as far as seeing did the shipper load a trailer after that date, or did any party breach as far as that sales contract that applies.
Okay, well, I think that should clear it up for a lot of the questions that'll come from the industry. And I know you've heard from people in the industry with phone calls, and hopefully, us putting a story and a video like this will help further clarify that for people in the produce industry.
Absolutely, that's what we're here for. We take these calls every single day, so give us a ring. We're here.
All right, excellent. Well, Cliff, thanks for joining us on this video, and this has been Greg Johnson from Blue Book Services.
Thank you.